the apprentice becomes the master. Ever heard that term before? And sometimes when the apprentice surpasses the master doesn't want nothing to do with the apprentice no more. Although he was the person who got him there and he went past him, sometimes it's too much for people to handle and they don't want nothing to do with you. So sometimes people can get you to their level, and then when you go past them, they want nothing to do with you. So, time for a little story. So I was an apprentice once before, an electrical apprentice. I had a mentor, someone who showed me, you know, what to do, how to become an electrician and stuff like that. Now, this guy I was working with, he was only about 6 or 7 years older than me. So we was virtually the same age, you know, in the same kind of age range. So we had a really good relationship, really good rapport. And when I was an apprentice, I went for my level 3 exams, passed my exams the first time and that. And then him and I were at the same level. But my company didn't want to give me a work van at first, because they still wanted me to work with him for a few months before they got the work van sorted. And before they upped my pay scale. So I was still on the apprentice wage, but I was a qualified electrician. So anyway, I inquired at college to do a level 4 course called the design course. But they said to me, before I do that course, I need to do the inspection and testing. Now, the inspection and testing is a really, really difficult course. Most electricians opt out of it and they don't bother to do it. Yeah, it's partly to do with laziness, and it's partly to do with people's fear of failure, because it has like a 70% fail rate. Yes, you heard it right, 70% fail rate. So I wanted to do the design course, but they said you have to do the inspection and testing, and I was like, damn it. I was like, well, I'm not going to allow that to hinder me, so okay, I'm going to go for the inspection and testing course. So I enrolled for the inspection and testing course. That was due to start in January, and around about November, I thought to myself, well, there's no point starting the course without any knowledge. I may as well start reading this book called the Guidance Note 3. That's like the inspection and testing Bible beforehand, just to get some background knowledge. Now, I used to get into the work van because he used to pick me up and I used to have this book with me. It's only lasted about 5 days, yeah? So we were driving around and stuff, and I wasn't really doing much talking. I was just reading the book. You know, he's listening to his rock music, I'm reading this book, yeah? So the communication kind of cut down, and that probably peed him off, but it is what it is. So one day we went to what we call a job. A job is a property that needs rewiring, yeah? So him and I went to this job. His dad and uncle were there, who are carpenters. There was another electrician with his apprentice, so there were 6 of us. So we're standing in this property. As I said, it's around November time, so it's cold. We're standing in this property. All 5 of them are just having a chat. So I'm standing there, I'm thinking to myself, well, if we're not doing any work, which I'm here to do, I'm going to go and sit in the van. I'm not here to socialise and talk rubbish. So I went and I sat in the van, and I asked him for the key, sat in the van, and then obviously I'm black, so I like to keep warm, so I turned the engine on, sat in the passenger seat, turned the engine on, and obviously put the heating on. Reading this book, and after about 15 minutes, the driver door just flew open. Bam! He opened up the door. He turned the engine off and he said, oh, you're wasting diesel, and then he disappeared. I'm like, alright, cool. So anyway, carried on reading the book. Sometime later he came back. No work had been done this whole time. He was just there socialising. So I don't know if it was a fact that, I don't know, there's this thing with people, like they always want people to fit in, they always want people to socialise and stuff. They see if someone wants to just be on their own, they look at them like they're Billy No Mates. I don't mind standing alone. I'm a lone wolf. I'm flipping man. You know, I don't need to socialise with people to feel like I need to fit in. So maybe you got annoyed that I didn't want to socialise with them. There's 5 of you. Just focus on your conversation. Don't worry about what I'm doing, yeah? So you might have got peed off that I didn't want to socialise. So anyway, the rest of the day we were driving around. I'm just not really doing that much talking. I'm just reading the book, yeah? So he did want to do this course before, but I don't think he wanted to do it because he thought he was going to fail. Now with this course, the only people who really take this course and sit this course are older electricians, you know, people who are like 40, 50 years old. I was 20 at the time and I was willing to do it. They say you need 5 years experience as an electrician. I had no experience as an electrician, and I went for the course. I passed it first time eventually. I passed one of the course, I passed one of the exams first time. One of them I had to resit. But anyway, most of the people who go for the course, they are quite old and whatever, innit? Yeah. Anyway, we're driving around now, and obviously I'm reading the book and that, and I'm not really doing much talking because I can feel like he was a bit annoyed with me. So didn't bother to talk to him. So I was reading the book. And when it came for home time now, he's driving me home because he always used to pick me up and drop me home. Yeah, dead silent, that awkward silence as well, which I don't really care about. I'm reading this book now, and next thing he says to me is, Jay, he turns to me and he says, Jay, I think you should bring your car in tomorrow and go to the office. Basically what he was saying is, I don't want to work with you no more, kind of thing. So I was like, okay then. That was it. As we got closer, I thought, nah, let me talk to him a bit more. So, not to try and say, oh, like, you know, please, I want to work with you or anything like that. You know, if you say something like that, then yeah, you stick to your guns, yeah. But I said to him, like, you know, what's the problem, kind of thing. And he's like to me, oh, you're sitting there reading these books and stuff. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So to me, I don't know, you might think, you know, I was wrong for not wanting to do that much talking, but for me, I just saw it as he was being jealous. He became jealous that obviously I got to his level and now I was progressing past him. Listen, there's some people out there, yeah, they will get to you, you will get to their level, they will help you get to their level, but they want you to stay at their level. Yeah, they either want you at their level or beneath them. They don't want you to surpass them. Listen, you might have friends right now and they're friends with you, yeah, because of where you are, what situation you're in right now. Make you get a nice flashy car, make you get like some kind of Mercedes or something like that. You see, yeah, if that person still wants to be your friend. There's some people, they will envy you, they will be jealous of you. Yeah, I'm not like that. I don't business what someone else has got. I don't business if someone surpasses me. That's my own problem. Yeah, and it's not even about what that person's doing or what I'm doing. It's about whether or not I'm doing my best. Yeah, so that person might be driving like a Bugatti or living in a £1 million house. Yeah, they've reached their best. I'm still working on my best. Forget about what other people are doing. Yeah, it's all about what you're doing. Everyone's time zone, everyone's time frame is different. Some people are going to become successful and reach millions by the age of 30. Some people, it might take them until they're 40 or 50 years old. Right? So long as you're doing what you need to do, that's what you need to worry about. But there are people out there, if you get to their level, that's fine. Yeah, don't you surpass them. You surpass them, they want to drop you out because I don't know, it's just natural human jealousy. But him and I, we didn't talk much after that, you know, and we had a good relationship. It was actually sad. We had a really good relationship. Like, we were like good friends. Like, I don't really care about going out with work colleagues after work and stuff, but he was someone I could actually go out with and chill with. He was so cool. But yeah, it's unfortunate that, you know, you can level up, as I call it, get to a certain level and maybe even pass someone, and then they won't like it. Some people might just say, oh, you know, you wasn't doing much talking, so therefore, you know, that might have annoyed him. Yeah, is that really going to annoy him that much that he wants to drop me out completely and not talk to me again? I don't know. So, if I saw him now, we'll be cool. But for that period of time, he was just really annoyed with me or whatever, innit? So, it's how it goes sometimes, you know. You progress, you get to a high level, and then your friends and family, they don't want to talk to you. Yeah. So when you start becoming successful, you will see it. When you start becoming successful, the people around you, they will start making comments like, oh, he thinks he's better than us. I've got family members, yeah. I've got family members doing really well, nice house, nice car, 1, 2 properties, whatever. Family members automatically think that such and such person thinks they're better than everyone. Why? Just because they drive a nice car and they're doing well for themselves and they have a bit of pride and class to them. That doesn't mean that they think that they're better than themselves, they're better than you. That means that you are insecure, because if you had exactly what they had, you would never see them as a threat. It's only when people have more than you see them as a threat. Personally, I don't get jealous of what other people have got, because I know there's nothing stopping me from achieving that. Unless someone was able to achieve the one thing that there was only one thing that was in the world and that person was able to achieve that, I wouldn't even care anyway. Yeah, I'll find something better. But I don't get jealous of what other people have got, because I know the only thing that's stopping me from achieving that is me. Yeah, I take responsibilities for my actions. Yeah, so if I'm messing around and I don't have what I want, the only person I'm blaming is me. Anyway, if you like the video, subscribe. If you don't like the video, change your station.